What's up, ladies and gents? This is KC Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Well, we've got a treat in store for you, an entire Trials card. That's right, we finished one up. How did we do? Well, we're gonna find out. One other good thing, as you can see right now, there is no Thorn in this video. No Thorn at all. Thornless run, so a lot of you are gonna go ahead and enjoy that. Not that I'm doing great, but it's still no Thorn. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm running again with Celestial, and I also have Reverse on my team. And I've run with Reverse before, but I didn't have her on my friends list, and I was sitting around, and I asked her, I said, hey, would you like to come into Trials and help out? And she said sure, so that was great to go ahead and run with both of them, because of course, they are both better PvP players than I am. Now here I am, I went ahead and died to the Blade Dancer, got up only to die again, but I did get my grenade off at least. But I'm going to go ahead and stay down for right now. I'm not going to pop my Radiance just yet, not until it's absolutely necessary. Like right there, it was necessary. And I can go ahead and come in here and get that one-shot Scorch melee, try to look for where the other guy is, chuck a grenade out there, get a revive. And now it's time to go ahead and see if I can find this person. But man, they booked it. I'm just throwing grenades as far out as I can, but I didn't hit anybody. Not exactly sure where this guy is. I don't see him on my radar now, so I was a little bit worried he was out of the map or doing something crazy. That's why I'm looking up right there. But Reverse said nope, she found him, and Celestial ended up taking him down. So there we go. That was our first match, and we ended up winning 5-1. We did lose the very first match of that round because we were getting sniped down that hallway. Pretty much on Pantheon, you need to hug the walls to get to the middle and avoid all those snipers, because otherwise you're in bad shape. I think I actually tried that match starting off with a sniper myself. It didn't go well. It didn't go well at all for me. So I ended up switching to a shotgun, which I used for the remainder. Now this match, I'm going to play, and it's painful. Oh, this is so painful. The problem is, I feel like I have a good strategy for beating the team. I can't convince Celestial and Reverse of that, though. they have other ideas. And being that they are the better PvP players, I acquiesce to them. But what my thought is the opposing team, they're not really rushing. They're kind of sitting in their spawn point and poking out here, and then running back. Basically hit and run tactics. And it was working. Because, you know, we were chasing them and just getting in bad positions and everything like that. But everybody knows that the capture point is out here in the middle. And I need to go ahead and see if I can get that guy down. But if we can go ahead and get one person down, maybe two, down in this area, then we just need to go ahead and sit here. And we can go ahead and wait and capture the point. I don't mind waiting the extra minute or so. And there it is, we've got a kill, and somebody's running, and this guy's over here trying to get a revive, and he's dead. So there's two dead bodies out here. And I said, Celestial, come back, please come back. I was like, please come back, but he's in the middle of blade dancing, trying to get the guy down. But the problem is the other guy's running, and he's running right around here, and at this point, I'm like, oh crap. So I had nothing to do but try to get those shots off with the Hopscotch Pilgrim. My grenade wasn't charged up. I couldn't do anything else. Tried backing away. It had no chance, and because we chased him down and basically rushed him over here, we were done. We were done. We had no chance. I really wish we would have just sat back in the spawn position for the capture point. I really think we could have taken them down. I feel like we kind of... I mean, it was a great play on their end. Let's not sugarcoat that. The guy outplayed myself, and then whenever he killed me, he regained his health with Hungering Blade and killed Reverse while still in Blade Dancer. Plus, he was able to get away from Celestial whenever he was Blade Dancing. It's painful. That one was so painful to rewatch. I just played it out in my mind a whole bunch, and I knew it was going to be bad, and it was so bad to watch. And whenever Celestial sees this, he's going to be like, oh crap, I can't believe we were so close there, because that match is going to matter. Now obviously it used our Mercy, and we're just going to keep going on. Right now, I mean, that was Mercy on our second match, essentially, so we're just kind of playing, we're figuring we're just going to go ahead and play out the card, and see how it ends up going. So I think since we had that loss, though, that we played a little bit looser here, and Celestial and Reverse, they just kind of went off on here. They kind of took down everybody. I'm getting some nice shots in there, though, with the Hopscotch Pilgrim, able to get those critical hits up the stairs. Again, really, really helpful to get those critical hits on the pulse rifles. And this guy's coming in, though. He gets a really quick revive while he's sliding in there. But he's dead. and we went ahead and won. So since we got the bonus win and, you know, had the one first win buff on the card, now we've got 4. So 4 wins and still 0 losses on the card though. But we all know, we all know deep down that we have a loss. We all know we have a loss still. How did I end up doing though on the Thieves' Den? I never really ran it whenever it was in rotation on its own, so I'm pretty unfamiliar with that map, but I didn't do bad. 6 kills, 4 assists. I always count the kills and assists together. I'm sorry, if you're part of the kills, that's what matters. That's what really matters. And we're back here, out on Phobos. And yeah, of course this is going to bring back bad memories, but we're in the lead, obviously, again, and just kind of rushing out at these people. Now, something ended up happening in this match. We had some close early matches, and then one of their teammates ended up, I don't know if he had bad connection and he got bopped or what, ever ended up being the case, but whenever we realized that it was now 3 against 2 to start, you know, we started playing a bit more aggressively, and I'm kind of watching in this hallway because this is where they were kind of coming around. This was their area of hiding, and again, you know, what are you gonna do? Whenever it's 3 against 2, there's really not much of a chance, though they were obviously pretty skilled in that they, you know, were making a game of it. It wasn't like we were just steamrolling right after that. They made a game of it in the beginning, and, you know, they kept us on our toes. If we would have just blindly rushed in, they would have absolutely been able to take advantage of that. So you still had to play smart. Even if you're down or up, even if you're up like that, like we were, you know, don't just take it for granted. And if you're down, you know, try your best. I mean, that's the only thing you can do. Sometimes unfortunate things happen. And here we are again, the same exact map. We played this map a lot, obviously. It's funny because some maps came in the rotation very infrequently. This one came up a lot for some reason. I don't mind it though. I do kind of like this map. There's kind of a couple distinct areas. Out here on the outside, this is where it seems the biggest and most open. On the inside, it's really confined in there, and you know it's Grenade City. So I went ahead and I was able to get some shots with the Hopscotch Pilgrim out there, and that took the guy down, though this guy with a shotgun is right on top of me while I was trying to look for Celestial's orb, and he got me down. So I'm saying to reverse, I'm like, the guy's he's barely got any health. If you breathe on him, he's dead, but he's kind of in the rampway right now, just regaining his health. So she comes out, and I was worried that he was going to get behind her, but she's able to turn around and get some shots out with the Thorn. She ends up picking me up for a revive, so since I've got the range with my pulse rifle, I'm going to go ahead and fire it out. My grenade didn't really do great, but I did get those assists with the Hopscotch Pilgrim. And again, that's pretty important, because I'm getting them down low on health, and they're all mopped up. So that was a good thing. Reverse went crazy there, and I'm dead. But what are you gonna do? You know, I'm there to assist the teammates. I'm not there to carry people. I'm there to get carried. I'm trying though, guys. I want to get better, and I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying until I finally don't need people that are like uber good to take me along. How did I end up doing though in this match? I can't even remember. Let's take a look. Yeah, I died a lot. I don't like dying in the double digits, though sometimes, you know, if you're going against snipers, it's just bad. It's real bad. Now, this one, I actually fast-forwarded a little bit through the beginning because it was a little bit of a feeling out process. You can see that I had to go revive one of our teammates, and they've got somebody dead up here, and we're kind of watching that last orb down below. And basically now, the guy has hidden back in the church. But since we're kind of standing around here, I'm like, let's just sit on the capture point. You capture the capture point so quickly, and that trumps everything. So as long as you're on it, whenever it hits 100%, you're going to win. Even if you come and get Titan slammed by somebody or whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm not even worried about rushing in. And this time I said, don't rush them, don't do anything, just sit on the capture point. And both Celestial and Reverse were like, okay, we're going to do that. And I think maybe that was a result of what happened in match number 2 where, you know, things just went bad for us. So we're watching out here over this orb. It's pretty much the only orb that the guy can come out and really revive. He's not going to get the one behind us. And here it is, the capture point is up, and as soon as that's coming up, you know, there we are at 70% before he even comes into picture. We were easily going to get it, even if we didn't take him down right there. So there it is, another win. We've just knocked off 3 quick wins right in a row. I mean, that card looks pretty slick. That's not a bad looking card right now, considering that we lost our second freaking match. Now, how did I end up doing? Widow's Court was the only place that I went flawless in Trials of Osiris, and there I am in 2nd place. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Match point, Guardians.
So now we're back on the Thieves' Den. And this was interesting. In round 1 of the match, Reverse was down in the middle on the staircase, and Celestial and I were up top back by where the control point would spawn in. And since she was dead and the other 2 members of the opposing team were dead, it was, again, I said, let's just go ahead and sit back, we're going to capture up the point. Well, we didn't expect that they were going to somehow have a super in round 1, and the Titan came rushing up and he slammed us. That was really unfortunate and really unexpected because you really don't expect somebody to get a super in the first round. So as we're being very cautious over here, we're trying to guard this orb, obviously, while taking out the other teammate. It looks like they're maybe down here by their spawn point, possibly, or through the caves. And it looks like Reverse ended up getting him. So now, instead of waiting, I'm not going to sit back there on the control point and wait again. This time we're going for it. We're going to find this 3rd guy, and we're going to take him out, just in case he's the Titan, because I don't want to get Titan slammed. And I can see that he's probably around that corner, and I do have a grenade, so let's go ahead and launch that off since he did a shot, and we got a hit and a burn, which means he is going to run away, so I'm going for it. And there he is right there. Hopscotch Pilgrim takes him down. There we go. Kid was not waiting for that one. I just wasn't going to wait on that one. Wasn't going to go ahead and get that loss. And you can see we've got another win. Another win? Where's this coming from? Let's check out the card. Look at that. We are 1 freaking win away from the Lighthouse, despite getting a loss on our very second match. That's really some incredible play. Like I said, I think we were playing a little bit looser because none of us were thinking Lighthouse at all. None of us were thinking Lighthouse after that second round. Now, unfortunately, here we are on Cauldron, and I hate Cauldron. I hate it so bad. I don't like this at all. Whenever it was in rotation last week, it was just terrible experiences on and on and on. And here we are, we're in the good spawn, but we're in the middle room and, you know, trying to hold the point down. But I have to give credit to the other team. They did a really good job of kind of knocking us around in this and really getting us disoriented. For instance, here I'm chucking out a grenade to that side and it was too far. I had no idea he was up on top. We had a little bit of a lapse in communication there. You know, I don't know if anybody knew the guy was up above. I certainly didn't. He ended up taking me down. He ended up taking down the rest of the team. It was just bad and awful. And that was the loss that knocked us out of the Lighthouse. And they did a really good job. Again, they kind of had the quote-unquote a bad spawn, and they still took it to us without any question because they did a really good job of splitting up and making us try to cover all these different doorways and, you know, kind of popping into one and then getting shots out of another. It was, you know, we were just played all over the place, and they had snipers. You can see sniper revive, gets sniped again, and yeah, it was bad. Now, we ended up losing the next match that came immediately after it, and it was because, you know, we had just lost our chance at the Lighthouse, and, you know, none of our heads were in it. We were just like, whatever. It was just a bad match, so I'm not even showing that because it's not even worth it. The clip's going to be long enough as it is. So we ended up skipping over that, and here we are in the first time that I've actually done Burning Shrine in all of Trials of Osiris this past weekend. We ended up getting down those first couple people, and this last guy down there is sniping with the sun at his back. We ended up getting Reverse out, and he's down there, and he falls to the Hopscotch Pilgrim. So that's great. That's awesome. And what that ended up doing was completing our card. So I end up getting a 9-win card. I don't have to go out on defeat. You know, it's not the Lighthouse. Again, you can see that we have 2 losses because, again, we lost the match right after our, you know, no Lighthouse match because we were all dejected. But we ended up storming back, and we finished out the card strong. I ended up going unbroken. Look at that. Not a lot of kills, but no deaths. So there's a completed card, and that means I can go ahead and go to Brother Vance. I can go ahead and grab all the different packages. You see I already picked up some of the ones earlier. And we get our silver tier 1 and get some etheric light and a motive light and some more passage coins. For my gold tier 1, whenever I pop it, I get the same stuff, and I'm like, wait a second. Shouldn't I be getting a guaranteed piece of loot, something somewhere? And, you know, I decided I'm just going to go ahead and run over to the postmaster and see if he has something for me. So do you have something for me? You do. You have the Exile's Curse. So I got the fusion rifle from the Trials of Osiris. Now, I will never be using this because I don't use fusion rifles, but I'm glad to go ahead and get some loot. I'm glad to complete a card, a 9-win card. So a whole lot of thanks to Celestial and Reverse Words. That was awesome. Thank you both so much for running with me and putting up with me. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Trials of Osiris, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Exile. Curse.